razor-thin margins indeed, and right now, AZURE is on the losing side of those margins at a score of 4-6, so they need to be on the winning side of this series. Want to be able to pick up the 2-0 here to put themselves in the top 4 and knock OG down. But are they going to be able to do that with this draft, Avery? We heard a lot of talk about this last pick, Brewmaster. What were your thoughts on it?
It's not the greatest Brew game I've ever seen. I think Mirana, Morphling, Rubik all do pretty well versus that hero. You can get the stolen split sometimes. Even the other spells are good. Ari will feed first blood to low. He's very happy about that. Huh? Never mind. Oh! Did not expect that to be a kill on this lane. Caught him on the side. Caught him lurking. Caught him sleeping.
Caught him without leap. Toss back. Low. Yeah, they've got him dead rights.
Man, it feels so good. He should have told his supports to die more.
That's true. Nori again is going to be grabbed. He already used the swashbuckle to clear out the creep wave, so they know there is no way out of that situation for him. Tree laid down instantly, gets trampled by BZM.
Really strong early game here from OG. They're up 2K, but it feels like they just have all the momentum right now. And you're going to have to make this Brew split count.
Get a chance here to get another pick off. Nice bushwhack this time around. Ori maybe can punish a bit. Trying to go for the supports, knowing that Primal Beast is a bit too tanky, but Whisper cutting over makes things very hard. In fact, he catches Ori on the edge of the arena. Prevents him from leaving. Low now trying to come in, but again, it feels like AZURE is about 5 steps behind.
Bach just got artillery strike from the other side of the map.
They're going to use the Primal Split here to try and ensure at least 1 kill.
This has to get something. I mean, this is your strongest ult in the early game. He TP'd bottom for this.
Okay, push him back with a Void Panda. That extra bit of distance looks like it's just what they needed to claim the kill in the end. They get that. Can they really go for more? Arrow's going to cut across and hit the techies, and BZM will start trying to lay out the damage. Pulverize does get canceled. Blast off goes off. Tianming, he's going to be the next hero down in this little skirmish between OG and AZURE. Ultimately, it feels like it's going the way of OG.
6s they're missing. So that's going to be a big boon to their pickoff game.
Spot the techies. Reactive Taser will do little to stop BZM's damage here. Whisper can help finish it off. Actually throws out the arena, and it's a good thing too, because AZURE was looking to fight this. He still might be able to. Oh, we gave away Rolling Thunder. That's not good.
Yeah, that is a huge spell to get right here.
I mean, you got to back away immediately. Yeah, Ari wants to put this to use, and he's going to catch low. Telekinesis to hold him in place, then he bounces onto him. Couple times, in fact. Oh, gets himself stuck.
Yeah, I mean, that's we've all been there.
Well, it doesn't matter. BZM can clean up the kill anyway. Dive in almost into the tier 2 radius. They do have FY. A big burst of... Oh, nice defense there from Whisper. It's still not enough. BZM will die to Swashbuckle, but Ori is in deep, and he doesn't have a shield crash up for a second. Almost got nailed by the spear. Still, enough damage is coming out even without the disable. Good bushwhack going out on the back end from Ari, as the Primal Split now looks to overwhelm OG, and they can't do much besides just fight the Pandas. Whisper's doing what he can, but he may be run down. The Brewlings are almost out, though. They're almost all gone. Bushwhack latches onto him. Finally, he switches back into his regular form. Bach is ready to go. Tomato is the strongest hero in this fight, though. Wait for him over the techies will finish him off. He'll push back the Luna to try and get away. Ari just kind of charges forward to create space for the other two to retreat. OG, a long, drawn-out fight, which looks like Zeb will actually join.
God damn.
His support and dying there.
At the same time, Ari, he is really getting some work done. He had Sticky Bomb stolen, Bushwhack stolen. Start off with the Rolling Thunder, of course.
Yeah.
This Rubik is a big problem if he gets to throw out all these nukes. Once again, this Pulverize interaction not really preventing Ori from getting the job done, and gonna collect another freebie here.
Might even be able to run down or shoot down the Rubik. In the case of FY, lands another one.
Look at that. I mean, the Morph is always going to be big in this game. I don't think there's anything they can really do to prevent him getting his farm. Again, I think it's just a matter of how strong their teamfight ball becomes behind this Brew. Pango, nice little arena flank will clean up a support on the back end. Don't think he's missed one.
Yeah, and if you think most of them pin him on our techies here.
Yep. He is suffering. But that's
FY, really good setup thanks to that ward, though. These heroes are a bit too tanky to burst down immediately, but Ori can potentially clean up here.
Brew's gone.
The crash goes through. The Brewmaster and all his Brewlings all died except for the Storm Panda on 50 HP.
Oh, get the hell out, boys. Did not get the Dispel off and just shredded him.
Okay, big swashbuckle hit. Whispers low, blast off, lands onto the 2, while Tomato chases down the Hoodwink. He got that kill, and now he looks back to all these heroes that are low thanks to BZM with a big hit right on through the middle of AZURE.
No standing against this Primal Beast right now. Yeah, that is a huge turn in this game. This Morphling just getting out of control. He has way too much freedom right now.
Ari will get low. Raindrop protects him from the little bit of lethal damage, but Ba comes in, cleans it up now. I mean, they're just in pretty deep. AZURE are not going to give up their jungle so easily, so they find the 2 supports.
Dire's top tower is under
This is just slow. Your tier 2's already gone by the time you're taking this engagement.
They're showing up a little late. The arena pins the Pango right next to the Morphling. A perfect opportunity for them to claim advantage in this team fight. Tomato just has to wait out the Eclipse. He morphs his strength, pops his Manta. No problem there. So no Pango. Luna with no Eclipse.
This is very aggressive.
Wisdom Rune.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, the smoke across is a little bit late to join BZM at the right time.
The new whip. But it's all a bait.
Jumping in with a shield rune. A stolen Eclipse starts going to work. Low is already at half health. Whisper looks to chase him down with his BKB. He's running out of damage, though. Looks like the 2 supports will help dissuade. Meanwhile, the push forward from Ori is pushed back a lot of OG. In fact, they're going to be able to get kill up BZM. A shot from FY all across the map gets him. Ori still has some trouble, though. Tomato has now entered the engagement, and he is the biggest, baddest of them all. Whisper's going to get a little bit low, but not low enough to worry. After all, he had Bach stuck in the cage there. Low, blinking forward, got caught by the telekinesis, turns around with his man, and actually managed to bring him down the Morphling. A misstep from Tomato. Low, he will fall as Whisper is able to chase him down, but what a turn to the favor of AZURE. It looked like they were just going to get run over in this engagement. Instead, they get a team wipe.
And a Maelstrom proc at the end just to seal the deal as the AZURE supports that stalls that fight, and then you catch the Morphling at the end.
Whisper has been very troublesome for AZURE in his initiation, so catching him first might be good. It forces out the BKB, gets the arena out of him as well. They can still kind of chase.
Yeah, this is not a bad setup.
Oh, got Rolling Thunder again.
This is now a bad setup.
Yeah, get out, get out, get out. Oh, there's a ward on him too.
I mean, that's
Tomato.
That's worth you.
Yeah.
This is where Morphling shines, where he just gets to basically solo take objectives because he's too strong to fight, and he does them faster than almost any other carry in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically soloed Roche, he's soloing tier 2.
Ori is not expecting this play. You could see the ping. He thought they were going to be doing their Tormentor right now, but instead they actually made the move. Meanwhile, they actually catch some heroes inside of their own jungle here. BZM tried to go for it, tried to go for the grab onto Luna. Fortunately, he will survive, at least for now. Another beam, not quite enough. He's going to charge back in after low. He's not getting out of here. FY, he can hold him in place, though. He might be able to get a kill, but he's going to lose his carry. Yep, there it is. He gets the kill onto BZM. Bach is now going to join him, though, and FY will continue outputting some serious damage. Reads that the spear is going to be heading his way. Same goes with Seb, who's also trying to hunt that squirrel. Bach makes his way back with the Brewlings. Should be perfectly fine.
I mean, Tomato's here when you always get where, you know, you send out that illusion and they're going to jump it.
That's a possibility here. Once again, the spear into the arrow spells doom for Ori.
I just look too easy the whole game for Whisper, man. He's just walking around, he sees a hero, he arenas the hero, they die, he does it off cooldown. Man's 8-1. He's just chilling. Look at him chilling.
Very chill.
Got a full Satanic, so what are you going to do? You Maelstrom proc him 8 times in a row. That's something.
Could break him.
And boom.
Oh! Hit the Mirana instead.
It's too old to dodge it, man.
Uh-oh. Low, they're going to be charging into mines, but BZM doesn't care. He shrugs that damage off easy, and even if Tomato were to die, he still has the Aegis for another 30 seconds, so that's going to be a lane. Maybe 2. 60 seconds left on the Luna. And look at Tomato. Keeps
rock into an arrow.
Yeah, that's a combo you're not going to see way too many times. They're going to run over Bach just like that. The chain stuns are too much. And without low, they can hit all these disables they want, but they're running out of damage. They need FY to do all the heavy lifting here. And there's only so many acorns in this tree.
And Split is just getting annihilated.
Oh!
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. One waveform, you're just gone. You needed more tempo in this game. You needed it desperately on this Warfling. And you did not find it outside of FY putting on some flashy plays, but I mean, it's not nearly good enough to carry this game. And in fact, the Sharpshooter will get turned around, and that'll seal the 5-man, 6-man, 7-man wipe without losing a single hero here.
Yeah, that's pretty much the game. Gone in 60 seconds. Low dies once, and
I don't even think he really got to use his BKB timing at all this game.
No.
Just a Morphling clinic.
One last blast off for the road. Pulverize, no arrow to follow it up, but there is a spear. Got off the BKB. Low does get back to the fountain successfully, but Tomato is just focused on the Ancient.
Classic Seb laugh here. As once more, he's probably thinking about what he's going to tweet after this game.
No, surely not. Surely not up against AZURE.
Lost to 31-year-old Marana, lol.
Imagine he just did that every single dub they got.
I expect it every time, so I guess that says something, but very convincing game from OG. The Void matchup goes both ways, but they have Centaur and Shaman. Shaman's very good versus Hero. Instant Hex just gets on him and kills him. Outside of OG is just rolling the game with the Morphling DK.
Yeah, isn't it at some point in time he's just going to get conned up to death? Well, at least in lane, maybe he dies here. Yeah, gets bursted. Whisper is the one to claim the last hit.
Well, what do I know?
Good for him. 29 and 7. He got 4 damage out of that. Yeah, I mean, he's only level 1 static link, of course, because there's no reason to level it in this matchup, but just goes to show that they did manage to get around some parts of the matchup, but there is still the problem where Razor isn't succeeding in lane like you would want that hero to. FY finds a kill in the top lane against Tomato.
See, this is already a very different setup, right? That game one, we just never saw this Morph ever get pressured. We never saw any threat of being killed.
Yep.
You have 1 Hex in your lineup, and all of a sudden, you have potential in this hero.
And you got a lot more burst damage this time around. I mean, Centaur gives you so much more in that regard than the Brewmaster does.
Oh, yeah.
But the only reason they were able to do something like that was because Seb was out of lane. He was making the rotation into mid, joining BZM as he hit his level 6. They just run down the Razor. So Ori didn't have a great time game 1, and it's kind of looking like he's going to have a worse time in game 2.
AR could respond to, and they're thinking about with the smoke bottom. It gets scanned out, though. So OG just reading their moves. Instead, make their own.
Shackle into Ori, draining his damage. BZM has to run away, but he's straight to the nice Chronosphere from low. Just beautiful response there from AR. As you said, all starting with the successful scan, right? A 0 substance game, but
he made good moves.
He really did.
Off, and he gets a haste rune spawn. How did that clip him?
Hit by the RP after he picks up the haste rune. That was insane range. Ori just cannot seem to outrun BZM, though. The Maelstrom strikes him down, and they're going to collect Box Head 2 off of that one somehow.
Can we get
some way?
Slow-mo replay of that RP? Because
that was insane.
Very
Having
strong.
extra cast range on that ability, so good.
I mean, that spell is ridiculously good now.
He skedaddles to the other side, but AZURE were already making a move. Just kind of shadowing Ori.
Oh, look at the turnaround. But they got the Hex into that shackle.
Get the Hex shackles onto BZM, stopping some of the damage. Ori will manage to stay alive, but Whisper, he's going to be able to catch him at the end. Now, he's committed quite heavily for this one. FY, who's stuck in his own wards, will be able to TP out, no problem.
Too powerful for himself. Even FY cannot escape FY's wrath. Thing we haven't seen is like a straight big team fight.
Yeah. Nice RP range again. He's got a really good read of this. Bach,
Oh, he wants that shield rune.
they're actually not paying attention to him so
That's
much
a good
anymore.
one.
Ori, thankfully the shield rune protects him against a lot of that damage. They'll turn back for the Centaur now and finish him off.
Is under attack.
But
feel like
they almost got Ori, which I feel would have been a much bigger kill.
I feel like we've seen that before. It's true.
Ward behind this off-lane tower, so very dangerous for AZURE to try and defend, as seen from the fact Whisper is able to get the jump onto the Bugna here. No shackle shot.
But they cannot kill him because of the
Yeah.
decrep. 10 deaths for what? Prediction. Failing.
Nice
And now,
bomb. Bach running him down with the Stampede, actually skewered back by Seb, gives up his life to tackle the rest of AZURE off of BZM.
okay, goodbye. Walks it off. And by then, you're setting the fight up for this Void and for the Razor. By the way, Chrono is up.
Trying to skewer back Centaur. It's dangerous move. Shackle shot immediately in return as FY tries to get his initiation, gets blown up, and gets Wards turned back around. Now they can play around that one, though Seb is kind of stuck in a sticky situation. Thought about going for the RP, but decided there wasn't much to do with it. Tomato was coming into the fight, but a bit late.
But this is an interesting pickoff idea, if you can find it.
Oh, that a lot of damage. FY just a little bit too late. Fortunately, Bach is there, still with a stomp onto 2. That'll seriously delay the damage. Ori pumps it into BCM, but it doesn't happen fast enough. Oh, yeah. Oh, spotted?
Wait, didn't see him.
It hit him, but
Now he sees him.
didn't actually give vision.
What?
Fortunately, the blind Chronosphere will stop him there.
That looked
Oh.
mega weird, that entire sequence, but they will get him. Nice read from AR.
Lowe's probably
Pick
thinking,
off.
when was the last time I used Chronosphere? Time to put it to use here.
I mean, once more, everything about how AR is playing this game says they're extremely confident with this going late.
Feel like you would want to make some stuff happen, and I guess a lot of that's going to come down to the big objective coming up in the map. 30 seconds till Roshan. That's what we're both playing for in this bottom right part of the map, and that's where AZURE are trying to
look at
get
that
their
bind.
jump. They do manage to get it onto the Wind Ranger, trying to get another 4-staff away, but that long, long tongue of his from FY will keep him held in place. Tomato now trying to waveform out of here. Ori pretty damn fast thanks to a haste rune that he found in the river
They found the
before this
board.
fight, and now they're just going to be able to keep going for more. I mean, FY, he's got all the sables in the world. You might be tanky. They tried to skewer back, and Manta dodged it. Ultimately, Tomato is not going to make it out. A good attempt by Seb, but outplayed, outmaneuvered AZURE. A big win there as they pick up 2 core kills immediately on the enemy side of the map as well, so they go straight to objectives.
One target to the next, one at a time. There is no stronger hero in Dota.
Yeah, sit safely in the back. Nobody is threatening you.
It is just Faith Beyond finding perfect stun after perfect stun here. He has really made his presence felt in this game too, compared to that game 1 where he was struggling in the team fights with the Brew. That was the face of, I shouldn't have tipped this guy early on.
Oh, what a fool I look. OG, not to be deterred. Immediately smoke up and run at the pit. Look at this spread. They are trying to surround
Well, they
AZURE
found the
on all.
shaman.
What, he dropped his
stole an
item.
item.
No way, FY. He was trying to
What
put
the
together an
hell?
Aeon Desk, and now he can't even put it together because he's missing one of the components. BZM locked inside the Chronosphere. Low might just save this one for AZURE as he hits a beautiful Chronosphere on
Tomato
two of
can't
the
get out.
cores, and Ori was outside of it, beating on those heroes the entire time.
AR basically just waiting for that spell to come back up, and they're going to force the issue. The Midas will farm FY his energy booster back a bit faster. And he says, screw Aeon Disc, I'm just going to go Octarine. Fine, you can have my energy booster.
Didn't want it.
I'll just go something greedier.
Sheev is trying to catch up. Low as
Nice
Blink gets
pick-off.
popped. They do manage to get the pick off on Tian Ming. While Low is still looking for his jump. He doesn't have
2.
Chronosphere back up. He does have the RP onto 2. With that waveform over
Clipped
the 2,
himself.
Tomato put himself
Yep,
up on
clipped
the cliff.
himself.
Fortunately, he can turn onto the Faceless Void, time walk down, and chase down FY. But still, Low is able to get away. In fact, he kills BZM. Whisper charging forward, but the rest of OG seem to be backing off. They're not in agreement with Whisper that this is a fight they want to keep taking unless they can get the right kind of skewer back, but there's really not much to combo with that right now. Telekinesis up in the air, but Low easily shrugs off the damage, hits the Chronosphere, and that means the carry's dead.
One morph is definitely enough for him to commit it. Time dilation from Tomato, not enough to prevent the carry-on-carry battle. And I mean, he has a full MKB. he's just gigantic at this point. I almost feel like OG wish they had the Shaman this game. So you could just skewer him back into like a Hex Shackle or something.
Oh yeah, seriously.
But the chain stun is difficult because you have Whisper going in
Dire's top tower
significant. And they're just going to start hitting through backdoor. Wards dropped. Bot getting that retaliate damage, and you still have Aegis for 40 seconds, and you're going to have Chrono up in 10, so
Yeah, what do you do with
you
Seb?
have to find the backline.
Whisper, he's trying to use this cliff walking to get some idea of where they can make their jump, but they're running straight into a Centaur. They're running into a brick wall.
And BZM's already in trouble. He cannot escape the link.
Yeah, he's getting all his damage drained
getting
away, and he's
solo
getting pulled back into the Razor. Now they got the Chronosphere onto Tomato. He can't morph strength. He cannot do that damage. It's far too much for them to be able to handle. The 2 damage dealers are dead, so there's really not much of a point of the rest of OG playing this out.
Just a nightmare of a late game for this lineup. They're just so single target dependent. Team fights are way too difficult, and yeah. I mean, that's a slow rolled game from AR, but I think they were very comfortable kind of throughout it, right? And I think a lot of what set it up is the Shaman pick, honestly. It just made it so their interactions with the Morph lane that OG were confident enough to rerun were a lot different here. These fights, the laning phase, the team fights, the map was not nearly as comfortable for Tomato to play.